Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 15 of Forever Stranded. Episode 15, guys, that's another kind of big number for me. We are really trucking along inside this. And you have come back with the sunrise to witness a whole new thing. Today we're going to be powering through several of the quests. That's my goal. And to start off, we have a quest that is to deal with some technology here. If I can click on it, we're going to go ahead and craft up these two items here, the power monitor and the graphical power monitor. I looked at the recipes and I got them ready to go here, but one of the things that we're going to need is these conduit probes, so I made it to where we got two of those. And then on this table, that's all that we need to make that, all that we need to make that, and the reason that we made two of them is because that one is used in the graphical one, which you can see I've got set up here, and bam, that's a graphical power monitor done. Now, what these are used for is you can put them up against power sources and then it'll tell you in rough estimates like how much you're using and how much it's going for. So you can see if I throw, let's see, this one down here and then look at it. Oh, it's got to be against a conduit network. Okay, so we can throw it here then. No, I guess that's just an item conduit, so like over here? There you go. And you can see how much RF we are using and kind of where some of it is being stored here. And the same thing with the other one, except that it has a handy dandy graph right here on the front, and also it uses power itself, and then you can see what's going on with it. And you can switch back and forth between them. I'm just going to leave that there. Although it looks hideous, we'll get to making things look pretty a little bit later. But then we've completed this quest. We're going to take this vibrant alloy nugget, boom, and done. And then we can look at this other quest, Power of the Dragon. I was really curious what this one actually was. You have to have a dragon's breath, and you get an extra life and 10 loot chests, or you can choose between all of this. Dragon's breath is apparently craftable in this one. Let's take a look at that. Oh wow, yeah, another star, and stable ender pearls, normal ender pearls, and diamond shards. Stable ender pearl, that's not very hard to make, but the wither star, we don't have one of those yet. Not at all. So we're gonna have to hold off on that, of course. So we'll take a look around, see what else we can get done, and then I'll bring you back to make some more progress. Going along with our goal of finishing off some more quests, I went ahead and put together two more tables here, and if you're familiar with immersive engineering, then you can probably see what's going on. But what we've got is a chemical thrower, and then also a railgun, which you could see the quest thing pop up. Yeah, there we go, quest complete, firepower. We're going to claim that extra life. And then that line of questing is now done. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of this today, so let me double check the quest that we're looking at right now. We've got a slice and splice and a soul binder. So we've got a soul binder and a slice and splice, and that's another quest complete. We're going to grab up these loot chests since all that other stuff is really easy to make, and we've got plenty of those materials. And bam, that's another one complete. We've got several more coming up here. I'm trying to get around all of this stuff here and around some of this stuff here. Since we finished off that tree, I'm just working my way down, guys. And we're moving right along with the quests. Got ourselves a crafter set up here. Most difficult thing, of course, was the Z-Logic controller, but hey, that's made in that machine that we made in just a couple of minutes ago, according to you guys. Although it was a little bit further back from me, obviously. But yeah, just threw in some silicon, redstone, a zombie head, and 2 solarium. Of course, solarium is just made in the alloy smelter with gold and soul sand. If I haven't already said that, it's coming up a lot lately. But yeah, we got ourselves a crafter here. So check that out. We're going to go ahead and rip that, and boom, we got ourselves another quest complete. Choice reward for this one, we're going to go ahead and take this ender crystal. That's kind of the hardest thing to make there, I guess. And we're going to claim that, and that's another one done. Got that crafter complete, so we are moving right along. So we're going to be doing a little bit different of a thing now. Instead of just plowing through a few more quests, we're going to start on actually additions, because that's got a couple of things in it that I'm really interested in checking out and could use for some progress that we're going to make a little bit later on. So the first step to actually additions, as far as I know, is to get a piece of black quartz, but you can get that through sieving some of the materials inside of either of the sieves. So what we're going to do is make this atomic reconstructor. So you can see it requires iron, redstone, and an iron casing. Iron casing is just thus. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. And then we're going to take out some of this redstone that we've been storing. And then we're going to make that. Now the other thing that we're going to need is... there's a wand for it, I'm pretty sure. Let me actually... and then, because there's, no, it's just a redstone torch. A redstone torch is what I need. Because that's going to switch its mode. Because normally it just operates, it just fires out its changing laser all the time, just at intervals as soon as it has enough power. But we're going to want to do it instead when we actually need to, rather than just totally at random. So we're also going to need to make a lever, so that way we can tell it when to do its business. Actually, a button. A button will be fine. So I guess I need a piece of smooth stone instead of a piece of cobblestone. Because, yeah, a button is actually what we need, because we just need it to fire once and then be done. Boop, grab that out. Okay. Now we're going to come down here to our power system and just, again, tack this on the side. It's just not... I promise I'm going to make this look pretty eventually. It's just not right now. And actually, I think I'm just going to do it instead of this thing being there. Okay, so then we right click. Now it's on pulse. And then we hit a button on it. And then, as soon as it's got enough power, yep, that's what we're looking at, is for it to shoot that laser beam out. Fantastic, fantastic. Actually, it would probably be better, let's move that down to ground level. Yeah, fantastic. And then we will put the button on it there. We'll move this there, and then yeah, we can see it. So the reason that I wanted this immediately is I was looking at some of the quests, and a fair bit of the creating life quest you have to get rotten flesh for. So I'm going to take out a stack, and we're going to zap it a few times. So let's throw that down there, and then there we go. Let's see, how much did that... ooh, almost more than half the stack. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and throw down the rest of it, and we'll zap it again. There we go. Now we've got plenty of leather, and we can tackle some of these creating life quests. So let's take a look at them. You can see Spawn Pig actually requires rotten flesh, but like the cow requires leather, the sheep requires leather, the ocelot requires fish. Fish, that's something we also need to do. We need to set up some kind of an auto fishing thing. Yeah, see, the horse also requires leather. So yeah, let's we're gonna grab a few items, and we're gonna do these. We'll just start at the top. Let's do, yeah, detect submit, and then we need 20 eggs, which I think we just have already. Oh nope, we got 16. I don't remember, where were we even getting eggs? I know that there's something that was giving them to us, but I can't remember quite what it was. But yeah, we've been getting eggs slowly over time. What was it from? Well, anyways, yeah, so okay, we'll hold off on that one since we need those 20 eggs and we don't quite have them yet. The sheep though, 8 wool and 10 leather. So wool is no problem. 8 of it would actually be like a full stack, huh? No, that'll be 16, but still. I mean, we don't need to hold back on getting the wool either. So let's detect submit that, and then we'll claim a spawn sheep egg. Yeah, there we go. See, we're making progress. Alright, so let's dive back in since I accidentally closed it. The pig, 10 gold nuggets and 20 rotten flesh. So we'll grab out 10 gold nuggets and go down to the end and grab some more rotten flesh. How much was it again? 20? There we go. Text submit, claim. Boom. Now we have a spawn pig egg. See, we are making this. This stuff, we can totally, absolutely plow through all these quests. We're gonna go all the way, ladies and gentlemen, all the way. See, I still have to kill these manually. I really need to change the farm over. Now that we can make diamond ingots, I need to put all the spawners into one big room and just have them killed by diamond spikes. That way I get all these player drops. But then I'd have to come up with some way to do experience, which is really what we haven't, the reason I haven't done it yet. So let's look. We don't have fish. We don't have very much raw beef. Golden carrots, though, that we can do. That we can do. Although we don't even really need to, since rabbits are just openly spawning out here. Like if you look around my my area here, you can see that rabbits are just spawning on the grass that surrounds our base. So I don't but I mean, like, we have to finish the quest. So let's take a look at golden carrots. What's required for them again? Okay, gold nuggets. So yeah, we definitely have the materials for that. And we have, yeah, we did a little bit of carrot farming earlier. And it was 5 of them, right? Just gonna double check real quick. Yep, 5 golden carrots. So we got the carrots out. We need something in that. I mean, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn. And we're going to put these around there. Put the carrots in. Bam! 5 golden carrots. Detect submit. Claim. Done. Bam, guys. We got another one. Spawn rabbit. So yeah, I'm going to do some more looking around at cores. Maybe I'll look at doing something over here. I just really don't like that everything's so jumbled together. It just doesn't look very good to me. And now that I have a good stock of ender pearls, like making more cables and stretching this out a little bit instead of having to have it so compact is definitely something that I can do. So I think I'm gonna take a look at that, stretch this out a little bit, and heck, I might set up the other arms, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey, so I brought you back, even though I'm not making progress on a quest or knocking stuff out anymore, or at the moment, because I am growing tired of a problem, and I wanted to show you something for it, because I started making progress, and then realized I wasn't even explaining anything. So, this thing, the portable temperature regulator, gosh, it uses up a lot of power, because my temperature fluctuates all the time, because I'm in armor, I'm in a base, I'm in a desert, it's hot. So my temperature tries to rise all the time, and this thing here, it just doesn't hold very much power, honestly. So I've started construction here. You can kind of see this is how you make octotic capacitors inside of this mod pack. Like, they changed the recipe. The double layers are similar. Yeah, you got to do that nonsense. So I made one octotic capacitor, and then I put all this stuff together. I also made an ender resonator in our slice and splice. There's the recipe for it. So this was the first day where I broke ground on vibrant alloys, because I hadn't made any of that before. But I made a few of them today off of our ender pearl reserves, and then I'm going to put this together, and we got ourselves a wireless charger. Now what this block does is it takes power and wirelessly over a distance charges anything that's in your inventory that can take a charge. So of course, for me, I am going to put it, well, I guess there's no actual energy cables there, so I guess I'm just going to put it, like, say, here for now, if I can get out of the block space. And then you can see that it is charging up this thing in my inventory wirelessly. Yeah, I can move away from it. I can't remember exactly what the maximum distance is. I want to say it's something like 64 blocks or something like that. But basically, if we're moving around our base, as long as we keep this centrally located, then we're going to be able to keep that thing charged up, and we don't have to worry about temperature inside the base anymore. That really should be the last time that we talk about it. Alright, I've thought a little bit about how I want to expand our area out there and make it more in line with what I'm seeking. So I've got a thing here going on, and so I brought you back in to show it like I do. So we're going to make a basic coil from actually additions and then surround it in gold nuggets because we need to make an advanced coil. And then we've got this going over here. We're going to throw this in, and we got some energy laser relays. What these do is allow you to wirelessly transmit power around your base using lasers. Isn't that neat? So what I'm going to do out there is I'm going to make a few different areas that are each devoted to a material, like I was talking about earlier. There's going to be one that processes gravel, there's going to be one that processes sand, and there's going to be one that processes dust. And then also, on top of that, I'm going to make a fourth chamber that basically processes side materials. So like if I need to process soul sand or dirt or any of the other materials that I don't think that I'll have to regularly do, then we'll have that to be able to process all of those like on demand rather than just all the time. And this is how I'm going to push the power around. So I'm going to leave that platform the way that it is, except that I'm going to take all the machines and split them out into the different areas. And then I'm going to use these to transmit powers from that central battery that we made of the undeath generators and the basic capacitor bank, and then transmit it over to the other four areas around it. Oh, happy day. I don't know if you guys have been following the development of this pack as I've been playing it, but it just received another update, and I want to show you this. So let's look at some Ender IO recipes, right? These item conduits? Hey, check it out. It makes 8 of them again. He set it back to the medium difficulty, the normal, instead of the hard difficulty like you had it before. It's so amazing. So let's look at these capacitor banks. Oh, they're using gold nuggets now instead of full gold. And, oh, only needs 2 of these instead of 6. Yay! So I've run into a bit of a snag. I was looking at the episode time that I've recorded so far, and it's getting pretty high. It's not as high as it's been lately, but it's a little high. And I really thought, after I set these platforms down, that what I'd like to do is actually have all of these materials back here, like all of the different metal blocks, be processed in their in the sieving for all of the lower tier materials. So say the sand and the dust. As each tier gets hammered down itself, it does provide a bit more of a yield for us, which ultimately would be very beneficial. So that being the case, I don't really want to do it with the ender conduits. You can, it certainly can be done, but I think that you'd have to use so many connections that it wouldn't really work well for the way that we're trying to do it here, where we're just using like one channel for each thing, because there's only 16 colors. So that there's only 16 channels available, and you can see that there's a great deal more stuff here. This itself is already using like, I don't know, six or seven colors or something like that. It's already using quite a few of them just to do the one single material. So if I had to do that again for a whole other set of materials, I would run out of colors. And I would say something about them just being like each an enclosed system, but since I want to run all of these materials off to another thing as well, I don't know if I could enclose the systems. So I want to go ahead, and I can't believe I'm saying this because it's going to be such a journey, but I want to go ahead and set up the Applied Energistics network and get it going, and then have it feed all of these materials around, because doing it with importers is way easier and doesn't require any kind of specific system. I just tell it what I want to import, and then it imports it. And some of that can be done with filters, but But that's just not what I want to do, honestly. I just want to go ahead and set up the Applied Energistics Network. And honestly, since that's part of the quest line itself, because all of this dives into AE to finish out this quest tree, it is something that eventually we're going to have to get into anyways. So we might as well do it now. But with that being the case, I've got to go ahead and end this episode because Applied Energistics is going to be a big thing unto itself. So that's going to take up the majority of what we're doing next episode, getting that up and running, and it takes up a lot of time on my part as well. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode where we will be working on that. But if you did enjoy it, please leave a like below. I really do appreciate seeing those. It makes me feel that you are into the series and want to see it continue. Also, if you haven't subscribed to me already, please do subscribe now because there is only more of this coming. And I will see you guys next time.